Well, hello! Welcome back to my channel. So today is a very exciting video because I get to talk about Chuck E. Cheese. Over Christmas break, I decided that I wanted to go to one of the legacy locations of Chuck E. Cheese. There are 5 locations left in the United States that still have the animatronics, and I wanted to go to Charlotte and see the animatronics. So if you know, I used to live up in that area. I used to live in North Carolina, about an hour and a half away from Charlotte, and I never went to this location. I never knew that this location existed, which sucks. So I would go to the one in Asheville, and it wasn't very good. I would go to the one in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and I like that one, but there aren't any animatronics or anything. So I didn't even know that the Charlotte one had animatronics, which sucks now because I would have been there all the time, you know, when I was up there. But anyway, I just recently found out, probably like a year ago, that the Charlotte location has the animatronics. So I was like, hey Nick, you want to go on a road trip? My mom still lives up there, so she said, come on up, bring the dog, come on, stay for the weekend. And we went to the Chuck E. Cheese Pineville Matthews location. So I think there's like 3 Chuck E. Cheeses in Charlotte. So this is the one on Pineville Matthews Road. It has the 3 stage, and it has the whole band of Mr. Munch's Make Believe Band. It was so incredible. It has been a very, very long time since I've seen the animatronics. I vaguely remember, like, I never had a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese when I was a kid because my mom didn't want me to. She would kind of steer me in the direction of something else because she didn't want to have to be at Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday party. So I never got a Chuck E. Cheese birthday party until I was 27. When I was 27, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. And I got my Chuck E. Cheese birthday party. And honestly, if you're an adult, I suggest just having all your friends come to Chuck E. Cheese and pay for themselves, honestly, because it's structured in such a way that you really don't play at all, because you're sitting there a lot of the time eating pizza and then doing cake and doing like the birthday bash and everything, and then it's over and you're like, well, that was it, you know? So like it's definitely good for kids because that way everybody comes, nobody has to pay for anything, it's all set up, it's catered because the people come and like take care of everything for you. But if you're an adult, it's just easier to just have everybody come and just hang out and do whatever you want. Chuck won't come out and talk to you, but kind of give and take. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. I remember when I was a kid, I would go there for birthday parties, and my mom would drop me off and be like, bye. And for some reason, like, the only thing that I can really remember about the animatronics is that they sang, our house in the middle of our street, our house. Like, for some reason, that, like, really stuck with me. And I really hope I wasn't making that up because I haven't been able to, I mean, I haven't looked it up, but I haven't seen anything like the original posters from like the Pizza Time Theater people. Just insane. And it's a lot of stuff that like I didn't even know about. I definitely want to look more into like the history of Chuck E. Cheese and Pizza Time Theater and like just everything. I think that would be so interesting. And there's just so much history there that I really want to get like acquainted with, and like the Rock-afire stuff, like I don't know any of that kind of stuff, so it was really cool to see everything. They had this again, like I'll have a video up, but they had this like glass case with a bunch of stuff from over the years, and I really, really want that where a kid can be a kid bumper sticker. That's so cool. I want to get that and put that on my car. What's interesting is that I made a couple TikToks about the animatronics and they got so many views. Let me refresh. Let me see what it says. So my first video that I made has 145.2 thousand views, and then the second one I made has 46.4 thousand views. Just showing the animatronics. So it's like, it's obvious that people still care. So like, I really hope that Chuck E. Cheese as a corporation realizes this and puts more money and love into this location and the other legacy locations too, and makes new, you know, stuff for the animatronics to do and everything, and really puts this as a priority because people still care. Like, that's obvious. It's so cool to see people like comment on these videos. This has 300 comments, and like I read all of them and I'm like, oh my god. And a lot of people are like, I didn't even realize that this wasn't the norm. And it's like, no, 5 locations in America have animatronics. Like, no, you're special. But yeah, it definitely does look like they still cared and they still put a lot of love into this. I have heard from 2 people now that they went to this location and the animatronics never did anything. Like, they didn't do a show or anything like that, and that like the people that worked there were a little rude about it. And it's like, the animatronics seemed like they were doing some kind of show like every 15 minutes. Like, they were going, like they were working hard, and that really, really sucks. That, I mean, a lot of people like me, I came specifically for this and drove a long way, and so if I went there and the animatronics weren't working and the people were rude and everything, I would have been furious, honestly. Yeah, this person said, I'm actually so happy for you. My boyfriend and I drove all the way just to see the little museum as well as see the animatronics. The kids were climbing and touching the animatronics. I asked the worker if we could watch a performance multiple times and never happened, and she had an attitude. That really sucks. And then let me see what this other guy said something too. This person said, I went with my girlfriend one evening and they never performed the entire time we were there, and we were there for a couple hours, I think. The curtains never even opened. It was disappointing, to put it lightly. I've never seen a 3-stage in person, so this was something I had been anticipating for a while. Considering this is the last of its kind and it's around an hour and a half away from me, which isn't too bad, but it was a bummer. Yeah, so that really does suck that there's now 2 people that have said that, like, I went and they didn't do anything. That's just a real bummer. But when I went, it has a lot of really cool games and stuff too. Like, they have the Barney ride that I remember from my childhood. Like, I loved me some Barney. So it was crazy to see that, and it's still there. They also had Clifford. They had a whole Clifford ride and everything. Like, there was so many cool things there. There was also this like roller coaster ride where it was like the screen had like a virtual roller coaster, and then like your seat would move. That was so fun. Like, they had a lot of different games that I've never seen at any other location. So it was just really cool. It was a really cool experience. I definitely want to go back during regular time when the animatronics would just be wearing their normal clothes. Maybe go there and really try to film cool stuff and like get good footage of things and everything. because a lot of people may never see this in their lifetime, you know? There may have been people that have never seen the animatronics ever and can't get over to Charlotte to see the 3-stage with everybody set up. Like, all in all, it was a great experience. I have the Silver Play Pass. Hi, baby. I have the Silver Play Pass, so, oh, here she comes. So, I can go to Chuck E. Cheese whenever I want. It's a monthly payment, and they have silver, they have bronze, and they have gold. So, if you go to Chuck E. Cheese a lot, I highly recommend doing the monthly play pass, because you save a lot of money that way, and it's just really cool. What are you doing? She said, I have had it with you not giving me attention. I definitely want to do more research on the history of Chuck E. Cheese and everything. I feel like I'm going to be doing more Chuck E. Cheese videos. If that's something that you're interested in, it would be awesome if you would subscribe and continue on this little journey with me. Comment below if there's anything particular you want me to talk about with Chuck E. Cheese, or if there's like, I really want to hear about whatever it is. Tell me down below, or just reminisce in the comments down below. Let me know if you remember hearing our mouse, apparently is what it was, because I definitely remember that, and that's about all I remember from my childhood. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I feel like I should do, all my Chuck E. Cheese stuff is up right here, so I feel like I should do like a video showing all my Chuck E. Cheese stuff that I have. Nothing really old, unfortunately. I had one of those birthday Chuck E. Cheeses from, I think, like 2003 or something like that. Like, it was, or 2005 maybe. It was one of those years. And I don't have it anymore, and I'm so sad that I don't have it anymore. But I have some really cool stuff. I have a huge Mr. Munch that I won, and then just like all the other like random stuff that I get from Chuck E. Cheese. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.